everybody! The Lord Magic is here. It's time. We're playing some Master of Waves in Arena. I know, I've been waiting for this day for a really, really long time. Pretty much since it was ever announced that Pioneer was an end goal for Arena, I've wanted to play Master of Waves in here so much. Look, and we're getting to do it today. So, look, if you like what you're watching, do me a favor. Hit the thumbs up on the replay. Really, really appreciate it. If you want to get your name on my intro cards, you can become a sub on Twitch or a member on YouTube. It's the least I can do to say thank you. I really do appreciate that. It helps pay for the rental services and everything that I use for here. It's awesome. Thank you so much to everybody who is supporting me and ever has. So, you have no idea how much that means to me. But I do this because I love doing it. And as long as you guys are entertained, then I'm happy. So that's really it. Just liking the videos and commenting, that's perfectly fine. Even just talking to me in chat, that's great. But yeah, alright. So we're going to play some Explorer today, and we're playing Master of Waves finally. So let's take a look at what we got going on here. As soon as I find Arena. Alright, here we go. This is what we have. There we go. Master of Waves. Yes. It is Devotion to Blue. It makes a bunch of elemental tokens equal to your devotion from blue. And we are pairing this up with a Leyline of Anticipation because this gives us a bunch of free devotion to play with it. And what else are we going to do with all this devotion? Well, we're going to play Nykthos in here since, more Leylines and stuff in play, the more devotion we have for Nykthos. So this will make a bunch of mana. And to make even more mana with this, we have more blue pips here that add to our devotion and also can be used to activate Nykthos. So both the Enigma Jewel here and Omen Hawker will add 2 mana to our mana pool, which we can use to pay for Nykthos' activation costs. So effectively we can tap one of these guys to just activate this for free to add whatever our current devotion is to blue. Very good deal. And there it is. You have to note that the ability or the mana can only be used to activate abilities for both of these cards. So we can't use it to help cast stuff. However, we do have a bunch of cards in this deck that do have activated abilities that we can use to pay for. One of them, for instance, is Witching Well. So it adds to our devotion. It fits on our curve here, so we have stuff to do on turn 1. But we can also tap these for 2 mana to help this if we want to draw 2 cards with it later. It's fine. You can also use 2 mana to activate our Surge Mare here, which makes it a 2/3 or even a 4/1 when we're in combat. And yeah, that will help us trigger its ability, which will help us draw and discard cards so we can cycle stuff from our hand. But we're playing this mostly because it's a very hard to remove 2-drop here. It has very, very high toughness. So it can sit on the battlefield, protect us, and add to our devotion really easily. And if it ever does attack, then we can use its ability to help us cycle cards out of our hand that suck. Other abilities that we have here, very relevant one here is Mirrorshell Crab. It has a channel ability on it, so we can use it to help pay for this and counter spells and abilities. And the channel ability basically means that this is uncounterable. And all we have to do is just tap Enigma Jewel and an island, and we can play this. So they'll almost never see it coming. It's great. And technically, Fae of Wishes also has an ability on it, though I don't think in the entire time I've ever been screwing around with this that I've used this ability. But you can pay for this ability and discard 2 cards to return this back to your hand. So the main reason that we are playing this is, again, it's a high toughness card that we can play in turn 2. So it's sticky devotion, but it also has this granted sorcery adventure on it, where we can take a card from our sideboard and put it in our hand. So if we have a bunch of mana with Nykthos, well, what can we do with it? We can cast Granted, especially on our opponent's end step if we have our Leyline out, and pick any one of these cards from our sideboard, which the most common one that we're going to get is probably Ugin the Spirit Dragon. Yeah, because we can just tap Nykthos and make a bajillion mana, play this, and exile anything that's a threat to us, and that will probably win us the game. But otherwise, it can find us some important answers here. Stuff like Cyclonic Rift, which Nykthos can just help us overload, bounce all of our opponent's stuff to their hand. If we need, if you know we're losing the race in life, we can always get like Shadowspear and throw it on something here, get us a bunch of life back. It's also an answer to stuff like hexproof. So if our opponent has something like was it Glade Cover Scout, we can always use that in conjunction with Brazen Borrower to bounce stuff from our opponent. We do have a Pithing Needle and a Damping Sphere, just more cheap things that Granted can find. Like Damping Sphere will help us a lot against the Lotus Field deck. If we can't win the game, we might want to go for a line where we just search for Damping Sphere and play it, so it can slow them down a bunch. This is a counter spell, or it can also be another copy of Master of Waves, or we can also, even further just use it to draw two and discard a card. So it's a very versatile card that we can pull. So we need to have protection, or also we just need, or if we want to get like another Master of Waves from our sideboard, then this is kind of what we use for it. And then the last card here is just Memory Deluge. Just if we need cards, then this is a very good way to get cards, because we can just look at the top, like either 4 or 7 cards from our deck to get 2 of them. So stuff like Gadwick will be great. So yeah, it's very fun. The Fae of Wishes ability was used plenty when the card was played in Standard Control a few years ago. Yes, I love Fae of Wishes. This is one of my favorite cards that ever came out of Eldraine. I love. You have no idea how much fun I love this. Whenever Pioneer was like first announced, like this was like the kind of card that I wanted to just jam in it. So it's so much fun. And when you're going with your Nykthos engine, this is like a legitimate way to just win the game. You either have a blocker in the early game, so it keeps you alive with its 4 toughness, or in the late game, you just, Granted, and then pull out whatever card you need here to stay alive or win the game with, and yeah, go from there. And then we round it out here. Yeah, this is just Devotion that also draws us a card. That's fine. Jwari Disruption, we add a couple of these to our mana base here just so we have lands that also do other things. Having a little bit of disruption is a good idea. It complements our crab here a bit. Yeah, Brazen Borrower is perfect because it's interaction for our opponents. It also can be used to flash in when we have nothing else to do, just for 3 mana. It's a 3/1 flyer that adds 2 Devotion to Nykthos. That's fine. And of course, another one of my favorite cards to come out of Eldraine, Gadwick the Wizened, right? This is a triple devotion to blue. So if we need to just play a 3 mana creature that, has a fun ability on it, we can pay X equals 0. That's fine. Just play it for devotion. But he has the ability so that whenever we cast a blue spell, we can tap down a non-land permanent an opponent control. So this guy plus Leyline of Anticipation means we can just like tap Nykthos for a bajillion mana, cast a bunch of cards in our opponent's turn to just tap down all their relevant stuff so they can't attack us, and drawing multiple Gadwicks is great because then if you pay X, you get to draw X cards. So sometimes we might just say, okay, end step, I'm just going to play Gadwick and draw like 3, 4, 5 cards off of this guy. Fantastic. This is exactly the kind of card we want in this. And it all fuels our boy Master of Waves, right? It's great. Our mana base, playing a single Otawara is free. Again, this channel ability is also, you can use these guys to help pay for it. It is definitely possible we should be playing 2 of these, but I have chosen to just play 1 just to be safe here. Nykthos is generally fine if you have 2 of them because that just means you're making a bajillion more mana. Whereas your blue sources, you really want to make sure that you're not like screwed on mana when you need it. So I do have 2 Hall of Storm Giants just because, like, if we find this, we'll probably play this as early as we possibly can. But it is something that we can, like, if we need a threat in the late game, we can activate Nykthos, animate this thing again. Its ability can help be paid for with these guys, so it's nice like that. There are other cards you could consider playing, stuff like Glasspool Mimic and whatnot, but I've chosen to keep it really simple for this. Look, to be perfectly honest, I'm not playing this deck because I feel like it is the best deck for us to be playing and explore. I am playing it today because it is fun and I really love Master Waves, and that is it. I play very, very little Arena, and honestly, this is just fine with me. I'm just I'm not here for a long time. I'm here for a good time. So if we get to do the thing at all, I will be happy. That's all I want. Been waiting just to jam this for quite some time, so let's do it. All right. I don't even think I've played the ranked at all with this, so whatever. Let's go. All right, I'll put the chat on the screen here. If you are watching along, feel free to there we go. Interact with the chat. It'll be I'm right here always reading it. The thing is, this deck is just really fun to play, right? When you get to do the thing, like, it's just a blast. So, especially if you can like turn 2 Master Waves, it's so dumb and it's so fun, and I love it. And it doesn't take a whole lot, really. All you have to do is just play like Leyline, Jewel or Omen Hawker with your island, and then like turn 2, you just play your Nykthos, and then at any given point you tap the Nykthos for 3, and then 4, and then you play Master Waves in turn 2, and make 4 elementals, and your opponent just is completely surprised by that. It's fun. And it just gets even dumber if you have multiple ley lines out. Alright, let's go. I do think, however, because we're playing such a really weird deck, like, you probably should mulligan at least once to just try to get, like, the combo of cards that you're looking for. Like, I think that we probably have to keep this. Let me just get rid of a land. Okay, we're up against spirits. That's not really going to be great for us. Do I play this now? I think. Well, it's not really going to be blocking anything, we're not activating it anytime soon. Yeah, I don't really think I want lands right at the moment. We're probably not very good against the spirit deck here. Master of Waves is not going to brick wall any of this stuff, and they're just going to play a bunch of stuff like Rattle Chain, so. I'll take this opportunity to just play these cards, and then hopefully try to draw the land with this next turn. Maybe we'll draw like Nykthos or something. Sure, we get Lofty Denial out of their hand, that's great. We'll still stick this guy. Alright, well that's a plus. So right now we have 4 Devotion here that we can actually cast things for 4. We probably should. I think I'm just going to play Brazen Borrower as a creature here. If I ever try to bounce anything with this, then they're just going to sacrifice the Mausoleum Wanderer to just counter it, so. Now, the cool thing is, we have a bunch of Devotion. I can sacrifice the Witching Well and just draw 2 cards here and then hopefully do something great. I don't think I'm worried about 3 damage right now. That's pretty good. Okay. So they probably have something like Spell Queller, I'm guessing. Or Rattle Chains, that's also very reasonable. Oh, here's the thing. Spell Queller will not be able to stop this, right? Because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright. Well, they only have 2 cards left, so maybe we'll get there. Okay, that doesn't do any... Well, I mean, it pumps those guys up, but I think I'm fine with this. They have no cards in hand now, so now we can do literally whatever we want here. This is actually really good for us. Okay. So here's how this is going to shake out. We're going to hold this up here because on their turn, we're just going to tap a bunch of their creatures down with Gadwick. We're actually in a really surprisingly good spot right now. All right. I guess first things first. I maybe you know what? I could have attacked with the 1/1 here. I don't think it's going to make a huge amount of difference. I'm going to play Leyline right now. I guess that. So it means I can tap more stuff on. But on their turn here, I can cast. It looks like 2 things. Yeah. So I'm only going to be able to cast 2 things. So I may as well just cast another flying blocker here. I could actually cast the Fae of Wishes. That's a reasonable plan. But I think maybe I'm not going to do that, though, just because this is just fine like this. All right, now what I'll do is I'll tap the Mausoleum Wanderers. Because next turn I can just cast a Gadwick for 1,000,000. I gotta be careful because I could cast Granted, but they might sacrifice the Mausoleum Wanderer, so. Yep. I don't think I really need either of those. Okay, that's good for us. So our devotion is 13, so basically we just kill them here. I can just get Ugin, I think. Alright, how do we go about this here? This is going to be 4. Effectively, we need 6 mana for this, plus 8 for Ugin. Right? So that'll be 14, and we definitely have 14 mana. Okay. There we go. We did it. Yeah. 1-drops are effectively free. This is correct. Whenever we draw a 1-drop with Nykthos out, we're making mana. There we go. We win. We always give the happy face when we win, right? That's how this works. So there we go. We got to see this. So yeah, look, this is exactly what I mean. Make a bajillion mana with Nykthos. We granted from our sideboard to get Ugin. We just -1 this and just erase their whole board. I'm fine with getting rid of like some of this nonsense here. Like I could even draw some cards. I can draw 2 cards with this and then get rid of these 3 guys and just kill off their whole board. They have like nothing, and then yeah, we win the game from there because anything they play, Ugin's just gonna get rid of. So there we go. That was our first match with this deck. That could have been a lot worse. Like if they had found like Supreme Phantoms or something really early, we could have been in a lot of trouble. So be happy that we didn't. We didn't get to play Master Waves, but we still got to do a lot of disgusting things with Nykthos. Master Waves, its time will come here, for sure. Probably do this for at least like an hour, right? That's our usual amount of time, so love this. It always feels so degenerate when you do the thing. And there are a ton of ways to build this deck. This is not the only way to build this. Like, you could build it with like elementals, right? So you can play like the green splash with Risen Reef and everything. I think that I am supposed to play this because Nykthos is gonna make a bajillion mana on turn 3. So we'll probably just play the island next turn, maybe bounce something. Alright. Oh, that's good. We're definitely gonna play that. Okay. If you attack, I will definitely block. Ooh, that sucks. Alright. Yeah, that's gonna happen. Okay. We might need this Brazen Borrower next turn. Okay. Well, we're not going to do anything here. So we might counter a spell with this and play another Leyline, something like that. This is 5, 6. We have 7 mana, so we can do this, right? I think I can afford to take 3 damage here. Yeah, right. Gotta be careful, though, because you notice if I go to activate Nykthos, by default, it's going to try to use the island mana. I want to definitely use this mana that can only be used to activate Nykthos first. So, first things first. Let's play our Leyline, and then counter this guy. Do not want them drawing even more cards. Now, they try this nonsense again. I might just bounce Ethereal Armor. Ooh, that's not great. Still doesn't... Yeah, that's not exactly what we're hoping for. We have a bajillion mana here. We're just looking for, like, a way to win. Like, Gadwick or something would do the job. So, we'll see. Here, I actually do want to do it like this. Because I do want to bounce Ethereal Armor to their hand. Alright. May as well use the mana, so... They definitely have something they can do here, and I'm just hoping that whatever it is not relevant. I just want this thing to die. Like, I'm hoping they weren't prepared for that. Alright, well, that sucks. Fortunately, Brazen Borrower cannot block this, so... Well, our devotion is still very high, so if we find something like Granted, we could still potentially do a lot of damage here. We might be dying this turn, to be honest. It's very possible. Like, we probably have one more turn to try to find Fae of Wishes, or otherwise we're dead. right, that does it. All right, hexproof is difficult. Like we had chances to win. We just needed Fae of Wishes, but didn't find it in time. Cyclonic Rift would have been really helpful, but they were a little bit too fast for us that time. Like we didn't quite have like the payoffs we needed, so it's all right. That'll happen sometimes with this deck. That's why I said like this is not a perfect deck to play here, but it's you're gonna get run over some amount of the time just because you need to like draw something and just never find it. It's kind of like playing a weird like 3-card combo because we're trying to find like Nykthos, Leyline, and our Hawker, and then just like any payoff card to go with it. This is a great hand. This is exactly what we want. This has everything. Yeah, we play that. Player Island, and we'll play the Enigma Jewel right away, so before it can get like spell pierced. All right. I think yeah, we're just playing Nykthos here, and we'll pass and see what they do. We have access to 4 mana, so I mean that's gonna be annoying. Do I want to play Hawker and Surge Mare first? Probably. I think so. That seems fine. So again, we still have a bajillion mana for Nykthos right now, so I don't really have to do anything at the moment. My plan is just try to play Master Waves and then win the game. Ugin definitely would have wrecked our last opponent, yeah, but we did not make it in time for them. But yeah, that's exactly the kind of board state like Ugin will just destroy them. So I am hoping that we just get to a point where we just play Master Waves here and then just obliterate our opponent. So we're already at 7 mana here, right? So it'll be Devotion to 6 makes 6 tokens. Tax for quite a lot. If they just play like Fable of the Mirror Breaker, right? That wouldn't do anything. Yeah, that's fine. Yep. I could even play the Brazen Borrower first to just get even more power out of this. The only thing I'm worried about is if they have something like Fatal Push, but I guess if they have Push, there's not a whole lot we can do about it. Alright, let's just hope this works. We're praying that they don't have like they had it. The problem is they had the extra mana here, so the disruption would not have protected us. That's unfortunate. This takes so long for this to go through this. Well, they should just kill all the tokens immediately. There's no reason to make it take this long. Alright. There's no reason to attack with the Surge Mare here. Mayhem Devil is a very, very bad one for us. Uh, you know what? We're just gonna die to that. Fuck it. I don't feel like fighting against this thing because this is gonna just destroy. Like, yeah, that was I don't know. That's just rough. I don't. There is no. We're not at the point where we need to be like playing against this for like the next 20 minutes just for them to slowly grind us down and kill off our entire board. So, fuck that. It's rough. Like the sacrifice deck is like I really hate playing that on here. All right, we have to mulligan at least once. All right, I don't really like this that much, but I'm gonna try this. So. Yeah, they're just gonna kill off a bunch of Brazen Borrowers. All right, we're probably gonna be very slow against this deck. Okay. My intention is I'm gonna bounce this Bishop of Wings after they play their next thing, so they don't gain a bunch of life. Skyclave Apparition. I don't know. I guess. Sure. You can eat my Enigma Jewel. That's okay. Yeah. All right. Well, we're not off to a fantastic start, but maybe we find Nykthos, it gets better. Okay. I think I am supposed to play the Omen Hawker here. And probably the Surge Mare. This way, if I find Nykthos, it does give me a bunch of mana that I can sink into it. Maybe we'll get to a point here where Granted will do something like get Ugin from the sideboard. It's possible. That's kind of awesome. 2, 3. I get 6 tokens with this. The only way that this goes bad is if they have like if they end up having something like Skyclave Apparition. So my plan is I'm going to play the Leyline first and just hope that we don't get run over this turn. They don't seem to have a lot of angels right now. Oh, well, that sucks. Yeah. Now, things are going to get real bad real quickly. And they're going to gain a bajillion life here. Okay. We need Nykthos very badly. So we got 2, 4, 6. We have 7 mana here. If we can find Nykthos, that activates for 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think Cyclonic Rift might be good enough. Nykthos could be alright. The problem here is that Master Waves is not going to help us at all. We pretty much need to find Nykthos this turn, or we don't really have any hope. That's probably not going to do it. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to have to... I have to play the Brazen Borrower, right? Like... I'm gonna have to like we're gonna take 12 here. Ooh, that doesn't feel good. We need none of our creatures to die. Okay, well that'll do it. I can't beat that. I needed to have exactly the amount of devotion I had it to in order for the Nykthos plan to work. We still, like, again, it was still possible if drawing Nykthos means that we activate it for 7. Yeah, or I think that it would work. Yeah, because we would have 11 mana, so 4 will get 4 can grant it into Cyclonic Rift and keep us in that game. But that was a hand that desperately wanted our Nykthos mana, and we just didn't get it in time, which happens. But we had top decks that would like keep us alive here, and we just didn't find it in time. All right. Again, this is we need to at least try. All right. Well, this is the kind of like thing like this hand is not very good because it's missing like 2 of the things that we really want here. Play the Jewel here. Because we can potentially play this Crab next turn. Oh, I don't like this at all. Alright, well, I probably have to play Surge Mare now. Yeah, we need our hands to have like more of these pieces here. Not just having like one of the 3 things is not enough. It's Leyline, Nykthos, and then either Hawker or Jewel. That's what we're really hoping for. We don't want to mulligan too much though. I think we have like lost hope in this game. Like there's no good way to continue this next turn. This is taking too long, and we're not likely to win this anyway. I'm just conceding it. Like, look, again, we're not playing this because we're pretending it's good. Right? That's not what's going on today. And this is actually one of my main criticisms of Arena and why I don't play it a whole bunch. You don't actually have a lot of incentive to actually like play these games out. There's no real reason to do so because there's no actual prizes that matter or anything like that here. So, yeah, it's kind of sad, but like if you're just looking to have fun and enjoy yourself, it is conceding the games in which you are losing is probably like the correct thing to do most of the time, and that's just partially because Arena doesn't have a good like economy design to it the way MTGO does. Like there's no tickets that you're going to get as a prize that you can like trade to people or anything. There's no trading or anything. It's terrible. So there's no real reason to just like try. All right, this hand is much better. I am a little unsure what to do here. I think that we just see. I feel like I need that, but all right. I think I have to keep these. Okay, we're on the draw here, but well, this is not a great start. All right. Well, we can play the Omen Hawker whenever we want. I feel like this is. I think this deck is the one that's like trying to just like kind of combo kill you by increasing the power of the creature enough and then like flinging it at you. Yeah, that's not good. I think that I'm supposed to just kill this thing now. Ooh, that's bad. This is especially bad because I can't play Gadwick here, and it means I could play Master next turn, but it might just be too late. It depends if they do anything. Okay. Well, that sucks. All right. I guess I need to try to draw the land, right? Well, that's terrible. We're just gonna get our asses handed to us here. Nope. I think we're probably, yeah, like, I think we're just dead. This hand was too clunky. Like, we're dead. Like, Slick Shot just kills us here. This was the kind of hand that, like, Master of Waves, like, could have definitely, like, rolled over if we just hadn't gotten, like, this really weird, awkward start to it. You have a lot more fun getting angry and cussing out your slow... well, you know, if that's your bag, then do I have good news for you? Arena just might be the thing you're looking for. Look, we're just trying to do the thing today. That's it. If we get to do it a couple times, that's good enough for me. If I was trying to actually win right now, I would probably be playing like blue-white control, because I feel like that's the thing that I win the most with in these queues. But yeah, this is not the deck that we're playing that because we're trying to be competitive at all. This is the deck we're playing because we are fucking around hard. All right. This is fine, I guess. I mean, I don't know. Maybe fine isn't the right word, but we're doing it. Sleight of hand. So this is probably Phoenix, if I had to take a guess. I'm going to just play this because I want a blocker. It adds devotion to the board, and it protects my life total a little bit. Yeah, so... Could also be like Lotus Field, but I feel like this is probably Phoenix. Alright. Well, that wasn't terribly helpful to me. I need lands, right? I can't win if I don't draw more lands. Like, if I can curve up to Master Waves, like, we're probably in pretty good shape. Fuck me, I guess. Sure. Attack. Mm-hmm. Well, that's not good for us. Yeah, okay. I mean, I need to play this now to draw the card. Okay, well, that's actually good. No, we're not going to attack here. Because yeah, sending in an attacker means that anything they attack me with will die. It's the Fae. And hopefully we draw, like, a Nykthos or something, and we just play Master next turn, but... Well, that's nice. Okay. So we have a few options here as to how to go about this. I don't think we're attacking here. I think we're just waiting to see if our opponent attacks us. Oh, that's really, really bad. Unfortunately, I can't actually do very much about it. I could have played Master there, but I don't want to, like, tip them off yet. I would rather them make a big attack with the Iconoclast, so I can try to kill off these tokens. Are they not attacking with this thing? Alright, well, I need these to go away. Yeah, okay. That's... This is not good for us. This combination of stuff right here is very dangerous. They have a bajillion cards, and this isn't exactly what we need at the moment. This is the saddest Gadwick ever, but I need to get a land. And we're not going to be attacking here. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're fucked. They have way too many cards. They're going to put, like, a bajillion thing. Like, these are going to get pumped. Like, the combination of these two things is just too strong. I do not have the, like, board presence to get through this. Alright, yeah, this is too much. I cannot defeat this at this point. As again, we didn't start with enough of the pieces in our hand here in order to make this work, so... And they found all the pieces they needed, so... Yeah, also remember, this is a Treasure Cruise format, and we're not, like... Despite being a blue deck, we're not a Treasure Cruise deck. The fact that their tokens get, like, trample on top of it is just disgusting, so... What are you gonna do? Alright. We've gone, like, what, 2 or 3 games now without seeing Nykthos? That's not nice. Again, this is terrible. Okay, well, this is what I mean. Look, we mulliganed, like, 3 times and couldn't find this, right? Not 7, 6, or 5, so... I'm not just going to screw... Like, look, your time is valuable and so is mine. So, like, there's no point in us, like, going through this same exercise, like, a bajillion times. Look, we are doing this because we want to actually, like, see the things, and we want to do it. So, we're going to just try and keep a hand that reasonably can do the thing. And if we don't have at least, like, either the Leyline or the Nykthos, like, yeah, look, this is perfect. This is exactly what we want. This hand has a chance of actually doing the thing. The opponent gets to go first, so that's kind of sucky, but we still get to do it. We have our Leyline, we have our Nykthos, and we have our enabler for this. And I would feel more bad about, like, just quitting these games if Arena, like, actually encouraged me to play these for any particular reason. But it doesn't, because Wizards of the Coast is insanely greedy with the way that they designed the economy for this game. They do not want trading or any prizes of value for any reason. So, without that, this is just the incentive structure you create. So, play the client the way it's designed. Look, I wouldn't give up on MTGO because there's actually reason not to. There is not reason not to. Now, this is going to be dangerous as fuck for us. I don't know, like, this is going to be really bad, right? They're playing the Rampy deck here. Oh my god, they're going to blow up my fucking Leyline. Well, here's an interesting thing. If they actually spend their turn blowing up my Leyline, I'm just going to play the other one. I don't seem to have another land, so that's kind of nice. Well, this is free. I think I just play the other Leyline here just for safety. And yeah, so now I have access to Gadwick here. So at any given point, I can just draw a bajillion cards. Play Surge Mare, and then I'll play Gadwick, so... This looks very promising. Okay. Draw 5. I think that'll probably be fine. Yeah, okay. I still have a Leyline in play, so that's really nice. They're just going to play another one of these. That's fine. Not worried about that. Um, just that. Oh boy. All right. I think we found our line here. That will probably just end the game. Neat. Okay. So as soon as they go to destroy master or destroy my Leyline here, I'm just gonna draw master waves and then just kill them. That's it. I can play these two for free here, make like 12 devotion, then play master. Yeah, like this should be over. I can attack with the Surge Mare, right? Because if they do that, I'm totally fine with just activating it. Um, Discard Island. I don't really need it at this point. Okay. We're gonna do the thing. This is gonna happen. I probably doesn't matter what they do because the second that they like cast anything, I'm just gonna play master and hopefully just end the game. Do they not have any more mana for this? Okay. There we go. We tapped their enchantment just so they ended with every permanent tapped. That's what we're looking for. Look at how much fun that was. It was worth all the other games, right? That's what we want. We just want all this silly nonsense. This is what we live for, right? Like, so good. Do, 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 do. All right. What do we got? We're going to have a... this is not really the hand I want to start with. This is great. We'll definitely keep this. Yeah, I think we just get rid of the Witching Well. Actually, get rid of the island, right? Yeah, that's right. We get rid of the island here. This is fine. Submit. I'm not going to play this just now, just in case they play something on turn 1, right? I have Leyline. I can wait till their end step to play my Omen Hawker. Elf, okay. Sure. Um, that is an elf warrior that is cannot be countered, so okay. Scry 2. Definitely not those two. I'll just draw 2 cards. That seems fine. I could bounce this thing, but I don't think bouncing it really does me very many favors at the moment, so just play this so I have more mana up. If they play Collected Company, I can use the Crab. Not happy about that, but that's going to resolve. So this will give me 4, 5, right? So I can still play Surge Mare and... I mean, Nykthos is pretty good here, and we can draw some cards with it, so we'll do that. And we will counter this guy, right? May as well use our mana to slow them down somehow. Now, if this thing attacks, we can actually block, so we're not taking any damage this turn. It's not exactly what I had in mind here. It's trying to hopefully try to set myself up for like a huge turn where maybe I could play like, if I drew something like Granted, Fae of Wishes, use that, play the other Nykthos and make a bajillion more mana. That's why we left Nykthos in top, so we could have like a really, really big turn. We probably need like Fae of Wishes now. That's the only thing that's reasonably gonna stop this. The thing is, again, we're in a position where if we do find it, we probably will get there. That is not nothing. Okay. Interesting. I might actually just do this, right? I do also have the option of attacking with the Surge Mare, doing its thing. So that's 7. I don't know how much. Like, how much do I do here? Set 8. I can draw 5 cards with this, and then play this Nykthos and have a bajillion more mana left. So 8. Actually, yeah, I want to leave enough so that I can cast the other Nykthos. Or I can put the other Nykthos in play and then hopefully play a bunch of stuff to tap down their creatures. Oh, that's nice. Okay. I want to keep this one. Alright. And this turn, I can just, I have 10. So, this should be fine. Oh, yeah, that thing, it can't, we're not letting that attack. And they only have one other creature right now that can attack, so. All right. So I have 12 mana, so 12. All right. 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay. So I want to leave myself the best possibility of winning by drawing another Nykthos. Well, actually, hold on. Undo. A Surge Mare right now is free because Nykthos will just make more mana for it. 14. I am going to try to go for another Nykthos here. Yes. So 9, so that'll give me... I can draw 10 cards here and still do this, right? Because I still have 1, so I have 15 mana, so pay 13 here. As long as I draw another Nykthos, then I will be fine. Sure, we'll tap that. I would like to keep this one. We do have another one. We did not find the other thing we needed, but I think this is okay because we have enough to just win, so. I don't have a fucking what happened? Why? But I could have cast Brazen Borrowers. What the fuck? Did I run out of timeouts? That's not cool. I was still playing. Oh, I think it just forced my hand here. Well, I should have been able to win this game, but I guess that I... Alright, well, they're just letting me kill them. They did not even attempt to block, so fine. I probably had enough to just kill them anyway, but I mean, we still had plenty of options here. You know, playing the Prophet here, draw another card, Brazen Borrower, bounce 2 things, tap 2 things, you know, play the other Master Waves, like make these even stronger. So yeah, we had tons of options to do here, but I guess we needed to click maybe a little bit faster, but that's alright. They just were like, fuck it, whatever, we see it. Again, we did the thing. We got to do it. It's fun. And that was a match where, like, that looked like our opponent should have just been steamrolling us. They had, like, a bajillion power in play, but Gadwick into Gadwick and Nykthos into Nykthos is so powerful. We're just like, okay, if we draw 10 cards here and we don't draw another Nykthos, then we probably deserve to lose this game, right? This is fun. All right, let's go. Yost Gun. We have... yeah, let's see. We have 2 of the 3 things, right? I think I still would prefer the Leyline here. Oof. No, okay, we'll give up. Fuck it. I don't think you keep a 7 that doesn't like that seems like that was a pretty weak 7. And like the mulligans didn't make it better. Whatever. It's fine. Okay. Let's see. We have Leyline here. I guess this is okay. Yeah, we want this in play. Pass. We can just play the Surge Mare. We don't have like the Nykthos, but I don't know. We have like cards where if we can just draw a couple lands, like this Master Waves will be enough, right? If... Ooh, that's rough. I think that taking the Surge Mare actually makes the most sense in here, but they could have a bunch of removals, so maybe they might consider taking like Master Waves or Gadwick just because they're more dangerous. Maybe they'll just plan to Fatal Push Surge Mare or something like that. Like, this isn't the greatest starting hand for this, but it was, like, okay. You played Blue Devotion in the day before Nykthos was on Arena. There, yeah, Nyx Lotus. That's the one you're thinking of. Yep. They took Master away, so they are afraid of that. They probably don't have a lot of ways to kill him. Gadwick was indeed great then, too. Yeah, Nyx Lotus is just really fun. I've seen some decks built around that. Duress doesn't do anything. Why are you doing this? Okay, I'm just going to play Surge Mare here. They don't have Fatal Push. That's good to know. Alright, well, I don't want to activate him right now because I want to potentially counter the next spell that they cast with the crab that they don't know about. And if they don't do anything, I'll probably just put Fae of Wishes in play. Just add Devotion to the board, I think. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is exactly like what I want to counter this turn. Okay, you know what? This is a good time to draw and discard a card. Oh fuck! Whoops! I didn't do the thing. I was supposed to activate this. I totally forgot to click on it. Oh well. That's gonna suck. So I really wanted to draw a land so that hopefully I could get Gadwick going. Drawing a Nykthos would have been really good to set up next turn. Oh well. Such is life, I guess. We fucked up. Now we are one card behind. See how much of a difference it was going to make. I think if they thought somebody sees me, I just have to play Gadwick, right? Oh, that's not good. Okay. Oh, they're playing this combo here. Okay. I don't like this at all. You know what? That's no. I shouldn't be attacking with this thing. What am I doing? No, this is lost because this is they're just gonna kill me with this Archfiend. That's fine. I don't have a good way to deal with it. Our position was not terribly great there, and then yeah, just throwing away our Surge Mare at that point was just terrible. So whatever. Just try to do this again in a new game. Yeah, we're just screwing around today. That's all that's happening. This is a fine hand. We'll keep this. Put a Gadwick on the bottom here. Yeah, submit that. We're going to play Witching Well and hope that we can scry into some more lands. No. Alright, we're good. We are now in a position where drawing something like Nykthos would be just fucking devastating. I don't understand why. I guess they didn't want to lose the one life. That's weird. Okay. That is also a fine card to be playing, but I feel like attacking with Surge Mare here makes a little bit more sense. I think I just discard Brazen Borrower because I want to play Omen Hawker and hopefully find Nykthos. Finding Nykthos would be huge here. I don't know what kind of... we might be up against Angels. That could be. Oh, just elves? Oh, they're just gonna exile my Surge Mare. I mean, I guess that's fine. This is a good attack. Interesting. I could do this, but I don't feel like I want to do this right now. I'll probably just crack the Witching Well at the end of their turn. But I want to keep up this Mirrorshell Crab in case they do something else here. Until it leaves the battlefield, huh? You know what? That's a good enough reason. I have a 3/3 that can just block this thing. Okay, if you were going to do that and try to find a lord, you should wait until I block. Ooh, that's... Alright, well... Doesn't quite help me yet. Yeah, they have some pretty strong card draw engines on here. The only good news is I am set up for next turn to just master a waves them for 1,000,000, so that's kind of fun. But we are in a position where Nykthos off the top would be great. So we got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 devotion here. Ooh, that's rough. Okay. One more than one spell a turn, you say? Alright, well, my one spell is going to be a very good one. Okay. Do it. I dare you. Yeah, I forced them to cast the company now because otherwise they wouldn't be able to do it on my turn. Oh my god, they found the way to exile my Master Waves here. Um guess just here. I think I'm fucked. I can still cast Surge Mare and tap something down here. Oh fuck. Alright, that'll do it, right? Actually yeah, it will because I can't counter it. Alright. They had too many things, right? They cast company like 3 times. Holy shit. One too many. We were kind of struggling the whole time because we needed the Nykthos and we just didn't have it that time. It was close. Like if they would have missed in like 1 or 2 turns, like not having the critical card, like they easily could have just gotten rolled over, but no. We were kind of missing a little bit and they were not, so oh well. It was at least a game worth playing. We can say that. All right, we're up against Kazoa. All right, cool. No, we're missing pieces here. This is we don't have Leyline, but I guess this is okay, right? Sure. Well, that's a little bit late. All right, that's fine. We just have to build up our devotion a bit here. Yep. Okay. I'm just gonna pass here because if they try to play anything, I'm just gonna counter it. All right. Well, we were always gonna be fucked by this, I guess. The good news is we can draw a bunch of cards now. I don't think it's gonna matter though, because I think they slowed us down enough to start with. All right, yeah, now it's over. Yeah, like we didn't have the perfect start here. Their start was very strong because they had their start and disruption for us, and we were struggling. So sorry. Like we can like slow them down and catch up, but we need them to miss, right? Because we missed on some of our stuff. We needed them to, and they didn't. That's how a lot of this just comes down, right? Where that's also the difference between like this and something like blue white control. Like that deck doesn't really miss. You will find what you need when you need it because the deck is full of just bombs that answer their opponent's board and cards that find them. Like a single temporary lockdown is just devastating, right? This I guess yeah. I think we have to keep this. We have a Leyline and a Nykthos, so sure. We can draw like 1 drop in turn 1. That would be great. Uh-huh. Nope, we just play Island Pass. Probably have to play Fae of Wishes. Yep, okay. We're just hoping we don't like have to face it against like Slick Shot here because we are going to be a little bit we're going to be a little bit vulnerable if they can just do that. Okay, interesting. Okay. I mean, maybe turn 4 Master Waves will be fine enough. Ooh, that's not nice. Well, this is why we have this. Slow them down. Alright, well, we're hoping that if we just play Master Waves next turn, that'll be enough. We're not gaining life for the rest of this game. We might be getting Boros Charmed again. That's rough. Fuck, okay, we're at 4. Boros Charm just kills us now. What? No, why didn't it let me play Enigma Jewel? What the fuck? I needed that. I needed that in order to, like, get there this turn. Alright, well, I have Leyline. I get to play things at the end of their turn. I should not have, like, clicked through that. We didn't have a lot of hope there, but at least we had some. But that's dumb. I should have gotten the opportunity to play something. That's so lame. Ah, fuck. Whatever. Come on, go faster. No more waiting. Game, right? Okay, here we go. I just want to play my silly deck. This is not going to work. We are on the draw here. Our opponent is playing Yorion, which I'm guessing either means this is a control deck or this is probably a Niv Mizzet deck. And either way, that does not really bode well for us. I think we're keeping this and probably getting rid of Fae of Wishes. Yeah, so this looks like maybe Niv Mizzet is what I'm guessing. Yep, okay. Up the Beanstalk, yeah, so for sure, like, Leyline Binding is a card we need to be worried about here. Yeah, we're not doing this. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Just gonna draw more cards, do more things. We need Nykthos, that's really it. And I need more devotion, okay. Alright, well there we go. Now we're in business here. So I have access to 6 mana, so... Leyline Binding. This is not great. They get to draw more cards. They're probably going to go after my Leyline here. Alright, let's just draw 3 cards. What are the odds they have another Leyline binding? They're probably pretty good, if I had to take a guess. Well, I don't have a better choice now. I have to just do this here and hope that it sticks. I'm guessing this is going to be Supreme Verdict. That pretty much ends the game for me. Sunfall, yeah, that's equally bad. Alright, yeah, this is over. Yeah, that's fine. I have way too many cards. Look, Up the Beanstalk is a very, very degenerate card, especially when paired with Leyline Binding. Like, that is the fucking base of a legacy deck. It is absolutely gross. Yeah. Their little signpost uncommon is like just a redonkulously powerful card in Legacy. It is in fact banned in Modern, right? Yeah. But I mean, it's actually it's like worse in Legacy because they can still play like Leyline Binding and Force of Will, which both trigger it. So your Force of Will draws you cards. That's just amazing. Yeah, them getting to play Binding and draw 2 cards off of it was just too powerful. We were a little bit too slow in the draw here. Great. We'll keep this easily. Get to be on the play and have everything. Sounds like a plan to me. Alright, opponent, what are you going to do here? Okay. Yeah, you're not going to counter this. The second you tap out, things are going to go south. I was like, they're okay. Anger of the gods, sure, that's fine actually. I am not like hugely concerned about that. Um, I don't need to do anything else here. I'm just going to pass. So I don't know what they're up to here at the moment. This might be a combo of some sort that I need to be concerned about. That's fine. Trying to bait them out with the spells that don't really matter. Sure. Seems to be good. Up the Beanstalk is broken in every format. Yeah, and it is not legal in Pauper. You're correct. Okay. Yeah. Okay, and now we just play another Nykthos here. We keep this one. Nope, I don't need to attack here. We have 8 mana to screw around with, so... I don't know why they shocked themselves, but I guess they were planning to tap out for something here. Saw it coming. I mean, okay. Trying to be careful because I really want this Gadwick to resolve, so I'm trying to pick my moment where I can safely play it. Torrential Gear Hulk, huh? What are they gonna play with this? Magnum Opus? Okay. Sure. They have the treasure token to pay for the Jwari Disruption. They're gonna kill off both of these things. That's okay. So let's see, I have 8, 9, 10 mana. It's not quite enough. Actually, yeah, 8. I have 11. 11 doesn't quite get me there. Okay, well, this is free. 9. May as well play this and draw the card. Actually, you know what? I should have played that and drew the card because I could have drawn Nykthos. Okay, well... I guess here, what? We do this. You just get that just to threaten it, right? I guess even if they like Anger of the Gods again, I still get to keep Surge Mare and Master Waves, and I'm still threatening Ugin, so I think they have to be very careful about how they go about this now. So if they tap out incorrectly, Ugin will just kill them. Okay. Alright, I think this means they're just dead now. 5, 6, 7, 8. Do they have a counterspell? I think I'm just going to play the Master Waves. No, they did not have a counterspell. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm still threatening to kill them anyway, so I'm forcing them basically in the same scenario now. They have to do something about Master Waves or die, and if they don't, then I'm just going to play Ugin. Um, uh-huh. Okay. Alright, let's see how this goes. Sure. Um, okay. I don't really need anything else to beat you right now. You're already dead. With you're facing down death on the board as it is. Hmm. Hmm. Is there no way to see my sideboard here? I could minus this, but see, I can throw away these two cards to get Fae of Wishes back. This might actually be the right thing to do here. I could lose the Enigma Jewel, but that's probably okay because it gets rid of Narset. This stays at 6. You know what? That's fine. We'll just do this. Do that. They still have the 1 mana here. That's unfortunate. Right. Oh, yeah, that thing. Okay. Ah, they're hanging in there. They, like, keep finding it every turn. This is a fucking battle. Alright. I don't know if I'm going to get through this now. The combination of Teferi and Narset is going to make it very difficult. I mean, attacking would... Yeah, I guess... I mean, that could have helped, but the problem is they just, like, had the answers to kill my stuff, so... Yeah, it is weird. Okay. Yeah, I can't do anything about this, unfortunately. I think I'm going to need all the mana I can get here. Because this Ugin is going to have to resolve, and I think I may have to minus, like, 6 it. That's the only... I think that's the only way I get out of this. But they're going to have, like, Lightning Helix, right? And that's not going to work. Yeah, I think we've lost from here because I think they just have a counter spell and that this is not going to work. I'm surprised they have not been using Azcanta, right? That's just gonna do it. It doesn't really matter what they like cast here. Yeah, they've played around us having that disruption like the entire game, every single turn. So we never had an opportunity to cast it. So it's very uncanny. Ah, so close, but it's not quite. Oh, maybe I was supposed to just minus Ugin and just like kill the Narset right away. I don't know. It kind of felt like they were just in desperation mode several turns in a row, but just kept managing to find outs to it. Uh, I have Leyline for this, but I don't really have like I don't have Nykthos or the enabler for it. I think I have to mulligan this. We're only really playing Disruption because it's mostly a free include in the deck. So we're just trying to play it as a land on turns where we don't really need the extra mana. I guess I'm keeping this. Yeah, we get Thought Seized. I'm just conceding. No. Okay. I mean, as it is, this is, like, still not terribly great. Oh god, yeah, this is gonna get rough real quick. Okay. Well, we need Devotion on the board. We need to hope that Master Waves does something useful. I mean... Yeah. Oh, it's because Surge Mare's here. So I can play this. And give me 4. I can actually do this into Master Waves, right? We're just hoping nothing bad happens to Master Waves. This is going to be very... Yeah, I don't know. We're at a point, like, I probably can't do anything here. Alright, let me think here. I think I have to discard these two, return this to my hand, and find Cyclonic Rift. You know, I should have activated Nykthos first, because I could have replayed this, and I think that might have actually mattered. So that's 4. Yeah, because now if I don't draw the land next turn, I might actually just die. Whatever, let's take our chance. Yeah, if I did this right, I could have replayed Fae of Wishes and then definitely been able to cast this, but I screwed that up. That's assuming they don't touch anything on my board, which, I mean, they could just Skyclave Apparition or something and just this all falls apart, so... Alright. Give me, like, an island. Don't punish me. Like, we probably could... Yeah, I think we could have won this game if we hadn't fucked around. Yeah. That's my fault. I needed to activate Nykthos before casting that. Before returning this to my hand. So that I could float the mana so I could replay it. And I would have had the 8 this turn to do it, so that oopsie. Then I could just... Then what I do is I minus 3 Ugin, get rid of everything except Master Waves, and we probably can recover from there. I don't think Cyclonic Rift would have been enough. Like, I would have kept us alive longer, but we had a correct line to play and we fucked up. All right, this is definitely a good hand. We can keep this. Oops. I know it's weird how this thing is selected by default because I'm always like inclined to click on it because in MTGO you have to click on the card to do the thing, Whereas here it's like automatically clicked on. I mean, well, no, I didn't have a Leyline out. I needed to actually cast it that turn. That was the problem. I had to cast like the Granted, and it's a sorcery speed ability. So if I have to block, I can't afford to like wait to block because I need the mana that turn to replay everything. Yeah, okay. We're up against zombies, I guess. See, are they afraid to attack? They could be. They are afraid to attack. All right. Play Enigma Jewel. It's the thing that they can disrupt the least. All right. Great. I can just play like Omen Hawker, Fae of Wishes. We're actually really close to just being able to pop off next turn. So what's going to happen here? We play Omen Hawker. That takes us to 4. I use the 4 to cast Granted. And then next turn, that's 4 at 8. I literally could just like wish for Ugin and then play it, and then that probably wins the game. They also have Nykthos, and they have an Urborg, so that's kind of neat. Oh, fuck. Alright, well, that sucks. I mean, I don't really have a choice. I just kind of have to do it now. Alright, I'm gonna hope that they fuck up and take the Pond Prophet, because that actually draws a card. They need to take Fae of Wishes here. If they don't take Fae of Wishes, the game's over. Alright. Alright, so we have to just play this and hope that we just draw something fine. Like Gadwick would still be great if we could find it. That Thoughtseize is the only reason this is still a game for them at this point. Yeah, that's fine. Looks like they still, yeah, what? They can still do this, right? So, alright. Well, the ley line's not really helping us here. Neither is that. Well, we're basically just trying to top deck a win condition now because they Thoughtseized away this. Maybe I was supposed to just cast Granted just so that this goes to the exile zone, and then like the plan would be just like cast it and then blow up 2 cards to get it back. That might have actually, I didn't consider that at the time. That could have been correct. Instead here we're just like kind of waiting for like Gadwick or Master Waves to save our ass. Well, I guess another Fae of Wishes just like kind of ends the game too. Interesting. They're choosing to draw a card instead of do anything else. Okay. There's still another. We're still waiting for an opportunity to just like go off. So yeah, I don't think that's gonna do it. That's not the one. Bolas' Citadel. I think we're fucked. Like, yeah. Maybe I really did need to just grant it and just not find a thing. Okay. If I just granted and then just cast nothing, maybe that was the way to win this. I need them to just have another land on top of their deck. Actually, no, they kind of just combo off here, right? I need them to just have, like, a pocket of lands. Like, if they have one, like, another, oh, fuck, see, this is another card. They need to have 2 more cards on top of their deck. Okay. Sure. The 2 lands. Okay, so that was probably a land, so if they have, like, fuck. 1 more land? Okay. Oh, no! Alright, now we need them to have, like, 2 more lands on top. They're doing stupid shenanigans with Nykthos too. It's kind of funny. Oh, wow. They gotta be very careful with their life total now. Like, they might not actually have enough life to cast whatever's on the top of the deck. Like, if they can't do anything else here, what? There is the potential where oh, well, what the fuck are they doing? They just have, like, Citadel. They can just sacrifice that, right? Citadel literally kills us right now. Come on, opponent, just do it. Okay. Alright, whatever. I mean, yeah, they're probably looking for Gray Merchant. Yeah, alright. Damn it, we were so close. Like, it makes me regret not, like, casting Granted. I should have just cast that and just found, like, a Shadowspear or something equally useless that they would just, I don't know. Because it would have put it in a zone where I could have gotten the Fae of Wishes back and then, like, tried again, and I might have had it. I may have had an opportunity to do it. It's possible to just bounce Fae of Wishes, cast Granted, and then go off from there. I don't know. There was a potential winning that game, I think. This deck is really complicated. There's a lot of, like, lines in it that I am just not familiar with because I have not played with these cards in many years. I think I was one of the first people that, like, got a 5-0 with, like, Mono Blue Devotion and Pioneer when it came out. So I played that, like, deck early into the format, and I know I did, like, get a 5-0 that got posted a long time ago, but that deck was, I think that happened, like, while people were still trying to figure out the format for the most part. I don't feel like it's ever been, like, really a good deck. It's just been, it used to be more playable. I think it's a way too hostile now. There's, like, just the fact that stuff like Leyline Binding exists and for 1 mana can blow up your Leyline. Yeah, it's terrible. It literally binds your Leyline. Ugh. It's been too long since we've had a W here. Alright, you know what? This is fine. I'm just gonna get rid of Brazen Borrower. Yeah. We have the Gadwick, so we have something to do with all this nonsense mana to draw our cards back. We're up against Gates, it looks like. Okay. Neat. Okay. You have 6 mana here, so I can counter something, hopefully. I don't think I'm that worried about this. Let's draw 3 cards. Beautiful. Maybe I was supposed to play Disruption, actually. I don't know that I needed the mana here. I feel like we probably are going to win this game, though. Maze's End. This one I'm definitely going to counter here. I do not need either of those. First things first, let's counter this guy. You just play Master Waves, and that should just do it. Alright, there we go. Easy peasy. I mean, it could have, like, I guess if it was Gates Ablaze, right, we still had the crab in our hand to just counter it. That's why I wasn't, like, terribly worried about it. So, like, pretty much anything they did, we could probably just channel counter. No, it would not have helped in that case. We had, like, the nut hand that time. Double Leyline, you know, we got out our, like, devotion count really high, really early with everything, so... Probably, like, the best hand we've had so far tonight. I don't know, I'm still having fun with this. I think that I do keep this one. We have like 2 of the 3 pieces here, and maybe we can draw into it with the profit, so... We'll see. The thing is, Nykthos is the one that you need the least, or, like, if you draw it by, like, turn 2 or 3, it's actually still fine. Like, not having the Jewel or the Omen Hawker in turn 1 is, like, not great, but you can survive that. Not having the Leyline right away is the worst, so... We have, like, the two out of the 3, you know, most important parts of this little combo that we're doing. Yeah, and then we can wait because we might actually use this instead, depending on what they're doing. I mean, they could have Thoughtseize here, right? They do nothing. Okay, well, that's fine. We'll just pass. If they play Fable, then we'll definitely just counter it. So remember, Enigma Jewel pays for the channel counter. Okay. Like, the chances that they play Fable feel like that's pretty good. Like, I can't imagine they kept a hand that does nothing by, like, turn 3. That's still probably worth countering. Just in case I drew Nykthos there, I would rather play Nykthos. Because that, yeah, Nykthos gives me more mana to do other stuff. Here, I'll probably just play Witching Well. You know what? That actually depends. You know what? There's a very strong argument to just play Hawker here. All right, sure, you can do that. Because I can play Hawker and play Witching Well on my turn. And then this thing can actually help me draw 2 cards. Okay, well, never mind. It's just going to skip right through that shit. Okay, well, I don't really need either of those. Again, you have to be careful to activate the mana ability from these guys because otherwise it's not gonna do it right. So I can't play Master just yet. And I cannot play this other Enigma Jewel because I still have one. It's legendary. This is we're only playing 3 of these because it is legendary. So yeah, that's just how that's gonna be. So we'll probably just jam Surge Mare here to block. I could Brazen Borrower and bounce this thing, but this puts more devotion in play, so I don't think they care too much about this. And if they kill this thing with like a fatal push, that's fine by me. Oh, that's totally okay. We're definitely just going to bounce that demon with the Brazen Borrower now. No, we'll wait. I can let them attack me with this thing, right? Because if they just tap out, Master of Waves kills them. That's the plan here. Three, four, five, six, seven, eight, 9 tokens. That'll be pretty devastating. Sure. Alright, what do I have to do to win here? Surge Mare. Okay, I can activate this once. So when I bounce this thing, I can bounce this thing. Just attack them for like a bajillion. Okay. Alright, opponent, you made the wrong blocks die. That's right, we rode our horsey to victory! The Surge... You know what's funny? I didn't even look at this. Alright, let's take a second and like look at this, actually. Yeah, look. Our Surge Mare here... Oop, oh, come on. Yeah, this is our Surge Mare. What does it look like here? It's like the elemental token from Master of Waves. It's like exactly that thing, right? It's our horse fish. And we just rode our horsey fish to victory. That was awesome. I think they just forgot that I could activate it twice. Because I still had one extra untapped island, so that I can get the mana I need to activate it twice. Yeah, it was great. We had a flavor win. That's the best kind of win, isn't it? Love it. All right. I mean, yeah, the only thing it's missing is Nykthos, so I guess we're keeping it, but it's kind of a weak hand. Like, doesn't do a whole lot outside of that. Like, if we don't find the Nykthos, then we're kind of in trouble. They, like, Thoughtseize Gadwick were sunk. Alright. We really need Nykthos badly. That's one of the worst things we could have drawn here. That does literally nothing for me. Like, this wasn't a hand that I really wanted to keep, but it's more one that we, like, kind of had to keep. See, if I draw Nykthos, I'll probably play this Leyline first and then play Gadwick afterwards. We need things to start going right for us right now. Okay, you know what? That's fine. That's beatable. All right, here we go. Now we're fucking talking. All right. The only I'll play if they like Thoughtseize me, I might Gadwick for 2, but otherwise I'm probably just gonna play Leyline of Anticipation and then wait and try to Gadwick next turn. Oh, well, that's not nice. I guess that's one of the few things here that could actually make me do this right now. Because I need to do something about that. Alright. That hurts. There will be no attacking this time, opponent. Shieldred is going to be difficult. Because I can't draw a million cards with Gadwick. What I really need right now is like a Fae of Wishes. Interesting. Okay, that's fine. That's not great. That's sort of okay. I'll probably just play this Enigma Jewel here. Alright, I mean, that sucks, but so be it. Hmm. This is my one chance. Like, if I can draw Gadwick here, I might actually win this game. All right, that wasn't it. That Leyline was not the one. We gave ourselves a chance, but yeah, that was a little bit rough. Sheoldred was too difficult to defeat there. Forced our hands. Like, we were set up to draw a bunch of cards with Gadwick, but Sheoldred came out right at the last second, so what are you going to do? They're there to crush our fun. Boo. We still had outs. There were, cards we could have drawn that actually would have made a difference. Just didn't find them. That's all. All right. This is not keepable. Right, yeah, we're not keeping this as a 7. This is probably fine as a 6. What do I get rid of here? Probably this. Actually, maybe I get rid of this. We're on the draw again. Boo. Come on, I want to be on the play. They just thought seize me. I basically just give up. Oh, that's actually worse. Okay. No, you know what? I also maybe I should have considered playing this disruption there. Yeah, this is gonna get worse before it gets better. All right. Hmm. No, they have slick shot. I think if because they have slick shot, we're probably sunk. Yeah. Okay. Well, like, I flooded out on stuff that's like not gonna help me versus aggro here. All right. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Again, we were keeping a not like particularly great hands like on the draw versus like the red deck. So if you want to beat it, play a real deck. Play fucking blue white control. That's what I do. Nope. This is better, I guess. All right. Well, we're probably up against Niv Mizzet again. So we need Nykthos, really. That's what. Well, that was terrible. Like, that doesn't do anything. It's what actually like the worst thing here because I can't. It's a land I can't play, and well, I have to definitely counter this. So I guess Nykthos is still the best thing we can draw because then we can play Gadwick and draw some cards. Well, sadly, I may be just drawing one here because I have to get something going. That's fine actually. Okay, never mind. Then I'm just gonna play another Jewel. So like we're still ruined by like a single leyline binding. All right, Valky, you get nothing. Probably just gonna take Nykthos, right? That's gotta be the play. They took Mirrorshell Crab? What the fuck? There's no way that can be right. That has to. I don't understand this. All right. Well, I'm just gonna attack you for 10 here. Sure. I think if I draw Nykthos, I just win. Okay, we just beat them with the Hall of the Storm Giants, I guess. Sure. I all right. That was a really really weird game. All right. Well, look, I guess look, the land did something, so I guess they were worth putting in the deck. I guess it also didn't really matter what card they searched for. I don't know. The crab just doesn't seem like it would have really did anything. I don't know why they took that. Were they just trying to set up some sort of combo they were afraid it was going to like draw out of? You know what? The sand is great. We'll keep this one. I feel like I'm supposed to counter that. Definitely don't want that. And I don't really know how much this is going to matter. I don't think that's what I want here. Mm-hmm. All right, fine. You can have it this time. Worst case, I can just play the witch, or I can just crack the Witching Well for 2 more cards. This is gonna enter play tapped. What is my opponent like doing? What do they have for 1 mana that they're like worried about here? Oh, okay. Sure. That's fine. I would love to take action because now I am for sure going to crack this Witching Well right now. Hmm. Actually, I think I'd play the Hall here because I don't need to do anything else. Mm-hmm. How the fuck did they cast both of these? Oh, because this cost one less. Okay. Well, I can do this whenever I want here, so I guess I'm just passing for right now. I can decide if I need to use Granted. Oh, is this just a combo, right? They just like keep casting this thing. Okay, that's all right. They just win. They just loop Asarak in this. They just go through the entire Tomb of Annihilation. Yeah, there's a legacy version of this deck that does it with like Alarin, I think. Uh, but yeah, that's fine. Whatever. That's a combo kill. All right. I figured that card was probably part of some combo, but whatever. It's an interesting deck to see, I guess. This is not a terribly good hand. All right, just no. Fuck it. Nope. There is no point in playing this. I want to play like at least one more really fun game before we call it, because we've been doing this for like 2.5 hours. Let me resolve Spirit Dragon Daddy one more time tonight. That'll be happy. I feel like this would have been a lot more fun if they had actually bothered to do the Pioneers Master stuff like literally like 2 or 3 years ago when they actually promised they were going to do it, instead of just pushing it so far down the road that like it doesn't even matter at this point for us our purposes. Like I really wanted to play with Master of Waves when it was the format was still fresh, but yeah, this is like way too late in the game for it to make any difference. No. So yeah, like now it's just like okay, it is really fun to play it, but it's just a matter of, like there was a point where it was significantly more reasonable to be doing this. I think the format has just gotten a lot more powerful since then. So, it's kind of the same thing like Modern. Like everybody wanted Counterspell in Modern for a really long time, but like by the time they actually put like Counterspell in Modern Horizons, it basically didn't matter anymore because all of the cards were so ridiculously powerful that just like a one for one Counterspell just wasn't really cutting it at that point. Like it's just it's like okay. I mean, it's a fine card to have, but like we wanted it so that there was a better balance, and instead like it's like now you need to have it because if you don't, like you're just gonna die. So whereas before it would have been nice to have it. And I feel like a lot of look at what the fuck, like this is the same thing. I want to play a game where we actually have like a leyline hand where we can play the dumb thing we're trying to do. That's it. I don't know, like I definitely this format has had a lot of that kind of power creep to it. So They definitely it definitely like got hurt a whole lot when they let it go for like months without having dealt with it, and by the time they finally did, like it kind of didn't matter anymore. They should have just kept aggressively curating it the entire time. All right. Look, I can't keep this cuz like maybe I can. I can play this as a land, I guess. Sure. All right, this is whatever. We'll try this. We're up against Ban Urza's Tower. All right, Cavern of Souls against Elf. Having this land come into play tapped is probably going to be a problem. So I think we have to play Omen Hawker here. Why didn't it stop? Like, I put a stop here. I wanted to cast this in my upkeep. Before I drew the card for turn, I wanted to actually scry for a land. What the fuck? Or why is Arena so terrible? Why do you gotta do this to me? Like, it would have helped me a lot if I could have played well and drew into an island in my upkeep. So then I could play Hawker in this and then Nykthos next turn. And have these both out for devotion here. Okay, well they just gave up, so... Alright. No, I didn't have fun in this. Because I don't know what the fuck happened there because I tried to put a stop there and it just wouldn't stop in my upkeep. I wanted to do something before I drew for turn because it would have been very relevant to me. Well, I clicked on it to put the stop there manually, but I guess it didn't work. I don't know. I feel like the stops work a lot better in MTGO because it's a lot more clear that you have them turned on or off at the point you want them. I mean, I kind of feel like that in general. I feel like this looks prettier most of the time, but like this is a way, way less functional and way more clunky client than MTGO is. Like this MTGO makes you do everything, but it also makes it a lot more clear for the most part what you're doing. Here, like the client tries to automate things for you, and in the process of doing so, will often do it wrong. Like, look at how many times like we want to activate Nykthos, and we have to like manually tap our mana in order to be correct. I guess I'm keeping this, but we don't need both of these things, so I can get rid of this one. But like, I have to manually like tap my Jewel or my Hawker, or otherwise it's not gonna do what I need it to do. Right, and there's no I'm only playing the like if I have mana that's restricted to activating this, like that should be what it defaults to, but that's not how this game works. Not even close. If I play well here, I have Devotion 2, then I can play the Surge Mare. I don't think that's what I'm looking for right now. Alright. This, then maybe Master Waves won't be too late here. We'll see. Four, five, six. I don't know. I feel like if you play with MTGO, it makes you. I feel like MTGO makes you the better player because it actually you have to kind of know what the fuck you're doing. So I feel way better about MTGO. All right. Well, no. Here's the thing: when you play on MTGO and you want to actually play or activate Nykthos, it makes you have to actually do the work yourself. It's not gonna try to like auto tap things for you, and it shouldn't. There's no reason for it to do that. Okay. So let's see. 6, 7. I have 8 mana now. I think if I can survive for one more turn, I can probably win this game. So the only question is, how do I live for one more turn, right? And I think that means I'm probably going to have to block one of these. So I think I need 6 mana for this. I don't think that I want to be using this Otawara to bounce anything. I think I want to be playing lands here. So these things are going to get really big. I have, because what's going to happen is, okay, I need to just cast Ugin, right? That's my plan here. Oh, it doesn't actually matter, right? They're just going to kill me here. Okay. Can I actually win this? I can stay alive, but I don't know how much it's going to matter here. I have 4 mana here, so what can I do? I mean, I can bounce one of them. I can bounce one and block one. Okay, maybe I actually don't want to block here. Because I actually might need the devotion. Okay, I think that's too late here. I mean, I can bounce this back to my hand, but none of this is going to make any difference here. Alright. No, they came down a little bit too hard that turn. I needed to like be able to not have to deal with that then. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I needed to actually did I have the mana to Otawara and do that? Maybe. Well, no, I would have needed 10, right? I don't think I had 10. Yeah. No, I couldn't have survived that. Look, I would rather like yeah, just to finish this point, I would rather be forced to do all the work myself rather than try to do something and the program do it wrong and then I lose the game because the program tried to be helpful. That that is like the worst feeling when you lose because like the program is fucking you up instead of you messing you up. So at least with MTGO, like I can say I pressed the button or I clicked the thing and I shouldn't have done that. Like whereas here, if I just tap Nykthos for mana and it pulls it from the wrong source, well, that's too bad. There are too many things like that with this. Oh, fuck, I don't want to do this. I want to have another chance to like do my dumb leyline thing. Yeah, I don't know. It's the arena client just really bothers me. Like it's trying to take an incredibly complicated game and like dumb it down to make the program do more of the work for you than it reasonably should be doing. Okay. Fuck. Like I think I have to keep this. It's because if I find the Nykthos here, it is incredibly powerful. It'll tap for 4 mana on turn 3, assuming I don't do anything in turns 1 and 2. Alright, well, we gotta try. Mm-hmm. Instead, well, I don't think that that's really a problem. Like, again, losing on time, like, I understand, like, that can suck, but the thing is, it that still happens in paper too. Like, you actually have a clock. Where, I mean, I've lost in arena before because of things like that. So, I'm more frustrated with the little hourglasses than I am having 25 minutes to finish my match. Right? So I'm not as bothered by that as you might think. Okay, well, this is less than ideal. This is gonna hurt. Alright, let's see what they do here. I guess we're just playing Gadwick for 0. Alright, just block this thing. Well, that's kind of cool. Well, you know what, I guess we'll play this and just tap this if this can't block. This looks like we're on the path to maybe winning this game. Destroy it. Okay. Well, let's do this. I guess I could have countered that, but I think this is also just fine. I think we're just going to play Master Waves here, and it will probably be sufficient. Half of your losses are... How are you losing, like, all of your games to time? Like, I very rarely ever go to time in Magic Online. Unless it's, like, just a very specific deck or something. I don't really have an issue with that, ever. Alright. Here we go. The Master has arrived. This is what the whole thing's about, baby. Make a bajillion tokens. Alright, opponent. Okay. What the fuck are you doing? Why would you not kill the Master Waves with that? What is wrong with you? That is insane. No. What? Okay, so let's see. I just bounce this thing and I think I attack with everything and I'm pretty sure I just win, right? Alright. I don't know. This is not the first time today that we've seen somebody blow up a token instead of the Master of Waves, and I don't understand why. Because now they just died because they targeted the wrong creature with this. Yeah, it's non-land permanent. You could just kill Master of Waves and it blows up all the tokens. Okay. Well, that's fine. And actually, in fact, if you have that, like, you probably should do that before I even declare blockers, right? Because just if you kill Master Waves first, like, all you give me is a 1/1/1 to, like, block with instead of, like, my army of 2/1s. Uh, I think I'm supposed to keep this. Like, this has the potential to do what we want. Alright, let's try. Still having fun with this, I guess, so we'll stay at it. Blackcleave Cliffs. That probably means this is like this super aggro deck again, right? I don't know if my Omen Hawker is long for this world. Beautiful. Ooh, fear of missing out. Okay. Okay, well, let's see what they discard and draw. Do 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 do. It's not really the ideal draw here, but that's why we're going to play our Horsey, and hopefully the Horsey can help us a little bit. Stick that in. I mean, yeah, alright, sure. Hawker goes away. That's fine. Block one of these, I guess. Really need to trigger this so I can start filtering these cards out. So we're not winning with what we have. We really need, like, Master Waves, I think. That will help us here. I think right now Nykthos would also be fine. Oh, fuck. Alright, well, that's bad. Yep. That's not ideal. We have a very hard time against Sheoldred. Not impossible, but difficult. This game is very much going to depend upon what the next top two cards of my deck are. Well, Bowmasters is it's in historic, but at least they had the decency to alter it. Oh yeah, that has Death Touch. Yeah, that's not gonna do it. All right. Yeah, Sheoldred is one of the few cards like that just like kind of wrecks our strategy. Like if we're not ahead enough when they play that, we're just kind of dying. I don't know. I feel like Bowmasters is a card that just should be unprinted. Like I hate everything about it. It They made a card ridiculously, stupidly overpowered in order to try to fight the One Ring, and it just like those two cards now define like the metas that they're in. They're just so ridiculous. Neither one of them should exist. Yeah, I think I have to do this. So then next turn I play Ruin Crab. Okay, we're up against Mill, so what we want to do, I think, is we play Omen Hawker here and then Pond Prophet. Well, drawing 2 more lands is not really where we want to be. Okay, well, those are not cards I really wanted to see either, so. Okay. Still not really helping my cause. All right, now we're talking. Okay. That doesn't really do anything, opponent. I need to discard 3 cards, so we'll get rid of that. I think get rid of a Master Waves and an Island. Okay. Alright, see you later, JLT. That's, I mean, that's fine, I guess. Five. Yeah. Just set up another really big turn next turn and hope that it works. Hmm. Alright, they just give up. I guess that fraying sanity was all they really had left going for them. Yeah. Well, we had the idea of like we were just gonna try to end step play Master of Waves, so that was the idea here. All right. See, that was weird. They didn't really do a whole lot that game. There were some ideas of like maybe trying to draw Fae of Wishes, but we had to make sure we didn't mill out all the copies yet, and trying to draw them would be a little bit dangerous. So just playing the Master Waves that's in our hand on their end step was probably the best way to go. Okay, we're giving up. We're not gonna double mulligan on the draw for this. You can bluff not having a spell by just passing quickly, but I will tell you, this is another one of those things that Arena tries to do to be helpful for you. If you have nothing you can do, it usually will just pass immediately. And if you play enough of it, you can tell the difference between the amount of time where it passes automatically and the amount of time when it actually when you're just bluff passing. There is a difference. Yeah, I think we do keep this. Okay. We'll play this just in case we draw Nykthos. You know what? I really want to do this now. I don't want either of those. That's fine. We're also up against it looks like maybe a control deck, so we'll play around the counterspell. Probably just crack Witching Well here. Now look at this. It wants me to tap my 2 islands here, but that's terrible. I want to use both of these in order to pay for this. Arena is trying to be helpful again, and it is not. Let's just do this. We'll keep our devotion nice and high. Well, here we go. We're stuck with only mono 4-drops and no mana for this. Like, again, Nykthos would be great. Even Islands would be great because we could just jam this fucking, like, master here. Alright, well, that's it. I can't defeat that. No, they had too many things for me to overcome, and my draw sucked. If we could have got that last mana source in time, then there was definitely a better way to play this, but we were forced into just attacking vainly. Yeah, okay. This is close enough. Alright, we start with Jewel. Jewel's the thing that we're most likely to untap with, so it's what we want. steam vents, huh? Alright. Consider, sure. I think this gives me the highest number of things to do next turn. Alright, we're up against, it looks like Phoenix. Well, that's great. Well, we already have Nykthos, so I think Gadwick is what we really want. Just crack Witching Well. Just draw 2 cards. Yeah, good game. Opponent just is like, nope. Okay. All right, there we go. That was beautiful. Okay, you know what? We've been doing this for just over 3 hours now. That's a pretty nice victory to just leave this with. So I think that's enough for one day. So there we go. Look, we'll just look at this again. This was what we were doing today. So like it's yeah, look, this is not the best deck ever. All right, but it does some silly things. You know, you can draw like a bajillion cards with it, make a shit ton of tokens with Master Waves. That's all we were here for, right? We're just trying to do the fun things here. You know, we get to turn both Omen Hawker and Enigma Jewel into like Llanowar elves for our deck here. And I mean, we found like a fair number of things that we can actually use the mana for here. Like Witching Well is a pretty good one. You know, Crab, and obviously Nykthos is nice. Maybe a second Otawara is in line, like because we can also use these to help pay for that. So I mean, that could be reasonable. I think that this is probably the right card for this slot. I'm still not sure about this guy, like, but maybe it's fine. I don't know. It's it's really hard to say. I mean, like I said, if I like this is not the deck I would play if I'm like seriously trying to grind in this ladder or anything, but this is definitely the deck I would want to play if I just want to do something really fun and silly. So it's been a really long time waiting for Master Waves to finally make his appearance here. You know, the thing that kind of sucks is they actually downshifted Master from a mythic down to a rare. So, you know, I don't know about you guys, but I always end up with way more mythic wild cards than I do rare ones. So them downshifting this was actually kind of a pain in the ass because I really wanted to craft these, but now it like used up like almost all my rares to just make this. So, oh well, that's all we're gonna do for today. So. I hope that, you know, you enjoyed some of the silliness, and if you end up playing something like this, let me know. I'm curious to see how you screw around with this card. Are you playing with, like, Master Waves at all? Tell me in my replay. Let me know in the comments. I will read through all of them. Alright, that's all we got. I will see you guys again next time. Take it easy, everybody.